On this day, when immigration enforcement is on the top of our news, you've got to check in with a man who made immigration enforcement his trademark, Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio. 9 on Your Side team coverage takes us to the state capitol and Craig Smith. Craig, Sheriff Arpaio always ready to take a stand on immigration. No different today.
Well, no different today. The sheriff says he was pleased with that Supreme Court ruling regarding 1070, but he says it really will not affect his operations. He says he was legally doing all along what the court approved today. But Arpaio's tactics are part of the reason 1070 opponents say the law could lead to profiling and harassment of Hispanics. Sheriff Arpaio goes so far as to describe the federal conflict over immigration with his office and Arizona state government as a war on Arizona. He says the feds cooperate with local law enforcement on drugs, guns, and other crimes, so why not immigration? He says that issue is too tied down in efforts to attract Hispanic voters. So it's a vote getter?
It depends which side you're on. Now, I'm sure that I don't have all the Hispanics standing in line to vote for this sheriff. But you know what? I don't care about the politics. You have to do what's right, enforce the laws, and if no one likes the laws, then change it. And I won't be enforcing a law that doesn't exist.
Arpaio says the ruling on 1070 may not mean much now that the federal government has shut Arizona out of the program that deputizes local law enforcement to enforce parts of the immigration law. He says that will make it so hard to check immigration status, officers may have to let suspected illegal immigrants go. The government had already cut his department's ties to the program in its dispute with Arpaio over claims of racial profiling. He thinks the Obama administration will never restore the program.
This is amnesty. You know, they did state a few months ago they do not want to deport 300,000. Now they come up with the kids going to school. The DREAM Act, 1 million of them are getting a pass if they can find them. And now we have this program where they may not pick up, or they're not going to pick up, illegal aliens unless they can show they're serious criminals or have felonies. So what about all the rest of the illegals here? I presume they're going to get a pass. If they're not going to take them off our hands, what do we do with them? Now, again, you do have to put Arpaio's comments in the context of that longstanding dispute with the feds over allegations that his department's policies do lead to racial profiling. Now, that dispute is still playing out, and that, again, is part of the reason his department was cut off from those immigration databases before the federal government took that action against other Arizona law enforcement.
And if he feels the 1070 ruling has little effect on him, he seems still pretty happy about it.
He is pretty happy, and you know, like some of the Republican lawmakers here, he's very happy about parts of 1070 that passed court tests even before other parts of the law went up to the Supreme Court for review. He specifically mentions, for one, the sanctuary city prohibition, which forbids a city from setting its own policies that say law enforcement is to basically look the other way when it sees an immigration violation.
Craig, thank you.